Good morning, guys. For those of you who would like to get your car, truck, or Mini Cooper worked on, you live in the Worcester area, go to Greasy's Garage, ask for Pete. They can fix whatever you got, and they always carry Bear's products. That's Greasy's Garage. And then for those of you who would like to learn more about Bear's products, call David at 615-854-3057. He'll answer all your questions about the car products and the hair products. And remember, he's having a sale on the car products. And for those of you who would like to give a review of a doctor, a nurse, or you got a story to tell, go to communityreviews.org. Tremendous platform. Let's go ahead and go over some stuff here from Brenda. She says, read this. So, it says this is the Wesak Lunar Eclipse Pleiadian Gateway, Era of Light. May 15th and 16th. So the stunning blood moon eclipse occurring on May the 15th and 16th will be one of the longest total lunar eclipses visible on the western U.S. in this century, lasting 84 minutes. We've been having rain and snow the past few weeks here in the PNW, so I'm praying for clear skies the evening of the 15th. The eclipse will reach peak totality at 9:11 p.m. PT, that's Pacific time, 12:11 a.m. Eastern time, and morning hours in Europe. The eclipse is also occurring on the Wesak moon, also called Buddha moon. The first full moon in Taurus is the annual celebration of the festival of Buddha, known as the Wesak. Wesak is important because it marks three key events in the Lord Gautama Buddha's life: his birthday, the enlightenment, and his achievement of nirvana. The Wesak full moon eclipse reminds us to honor our spiritual lives and look at what we need to let go, so we can become more compassionate and awakened. Mars and Neptune are also in alignment with the blood moon eclipse, inspiring us to focus on our spiritual well-being. And if you want to look at this, all you got to do is go to Era of Light. Yeah, eraoflight.com. And that's ERAOFLIGHT.com. And yeah, so yeah, we look forward to that. Hopefully we have clear skies here. And I'm going to save that one. And then this, Clif High's newsletter. He says, it is entirely predictable, what will happen next. Over the summer, he says, which is likely to be less like a summer than an intense brief sauna session, there are some predictable occurrences which will be agitating to all concerned. One such predictable event is the linking of the WEF, Klaus Schwab's Nazi University, with the USA election theft. It was not fraud, it was theft. It was insurrection, it was infiltration, it was treason, none of which will bother Klausy, though. But it may well affect all of the USA resident members of the WEF in any capacity. The linking of the WEF to the 2,000 Mules paymasters will bring a decidedly Rico aroma to the hot days of sweaty summer 22. Not that it will be distinguishable in any way from the election theft, but the appearance of the summer constitutional crisis, or is it crises, will definitely provide the WEF affiliated election theft participants some vocal cord lubricant once the linkages within the social sphere begin accumulating language about death penalty, and then even more emotionally intense specific forms such as death by firing squad or the noose. Perhaps it will not be a constitutional crisis per se when the same linkages that bind WEF to 2,000 Mules paymasters, but are also found to tie intelligence personnel to the recent spate of food processing fires, but it will certainly rise to the level of national security crisis. We can expect this to follow quite easily in the line with all the other secrets to be revealed over the rest of this year. What is the cost of all this? Well, may well be asked. But the real question is, how may the cost be reckoned? in the soon-to-fail Federal Reserve note or some other means of weighing value, what is the cost of not continuing streams of bribery with centuries-long histories? How much is spilled? And how quickly do the lips move, and the fingers type, and the pics upload once the currency flow stops? Look back, back to the USSR. Or look forward. Don't be surprised to see the New Deal at the old same place as the face of Mother Russia stares back to those trailing the future makers, long labeled as addled by malicious WEF-dominated media. The modern Russian fixation on the ideas promulgated by Lyndon LaRouche will laugh last and heartily as crash programs of science driver programs are seen to propel the Rus peoples into very successful newspheric dominance, at least in the near term during the collapse of the Western governments, suffering terminal cases of WEF pox, dick rot. America will rise again, this time into a revival led by the retained culture long dormant in the South, covered with a thick blanket of federal oversight. The return to Americana parading out of the South will be magnified and enlarged by regional flavors into a cacophony of American Republic, now new, reborn, rejuvenated, revived, and risen, rising through the ashes of the self-immolation of the Federal Reserve Bank as it flames out in a spectacular fashion after being punched in the weak guts by fists of gold, Russian gold, black gold too. Petrodollar pukes out in a face plant into history. Got resources bereft of reason and science? You're fucked then. Waves of change are being led by secrets revealed as forecast. So all that I'm going to say here is, number one, there was no theft. It was a sting operation. I know the Democrats think they stole it, but it was a sting operation. They more than realize that now. And as far as the WEF goes, they've already been disbanded. That has already been, they're gone. The WHO is gone. Basically, everything is being run by the military. So, but yes, he's absolutely right. We will rise again, and we will rise very, very well. Very well indeed. And then this here. Hitler will emerge. It says, truth cannot be changed. Message from President John F. Kennedy. Hitler will emerge from the hatred that surrounds him now as one of the most significant figures who ever lived. He had a mystery about him in the way that he lived and in the manner of his death that will live and grow after him. He had in him the stuff of which legends are made. That's post-war diary of John F. Kennedy, summer 1945. And then this here, suspension of disbelief, Fairfax County to punish students over pronouns. So living as a Christian could get a student suspended from public school in Fairfax County, Virginia. Last week, the school board conducted an annual review of its Regulation 2601, proposing edits to a 70-page long document on students' rights and responsibilities, and parents noticed something shocking. According to a short provision buried deep in the document, students could face suspension for up to 5 days and possibly further punishment for referring to a fellow student according to their biological God-given sex. The long and the short of it is, they will use, when I say they, the authorities, the military will use stuff like this here, and Congress will use stuff like this that will be run by the Republicans and true conservatives to show why we can't have public education anymore. And that's why things are going to go to privatization, private schools again. They will use stuff like this here against the public educational system, which is really an indoctrination system. And then Quebec lifts universal mask mandate at 666th day mark. Can't make that shit up. So the government in the Canadian province of Quebec has decided to lift its universal mask mandate at the suspiciously timed mark of 666 days. Don't think that that's gone unnoticed. It has not. As of today, masks will no longer be required in Quebec for bars, restaurants, museums, shopping centers, cinemas, libraries, on and on and on. So it would appear as though Canada is indeed about to get cleaned up, and it is being cleaned up. When you see stuff like this here, that's what tells you that things are really moving forward quite well. And that this middle school students investigated for sexual harassment after referring to classmate by wrong pronoun. So a Wisconsin school district filed a Title IX complaint against 3 middle school students who are now being investigated for sexual assault because they used the wrong pronouns when addressing another student in the classroom. I received a phone call from the principal at the elementary school, forewarning me, letting me know that I was going to be receiving an email with sexual harassment allegations against my son, Rosemary Rabidou, a parent of one of his children being accused, said to Fox 11. Stupid? Of course it's stupid. And as I've been saying, this will be used as more evidence as to why we do not want public education anymore. No more. Anyway, that is all for this morning. God bless y'all. Have a great day. I will be back this afternoon. I've got a lot of work to do outside. I'm going to water. Hopefully, everything works. The pump works. We got water in the ditch, hopefully. And I'm going to water the lawn. So, it's getting a little bit dry out there. God bless y'all and have a good day. And thank you so much for supporting this channel, whether it's by way of PayPal, checks, or cash in the mail. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the sponsors of this channel: Greasy Garage, Bears Products, CommunityReviews.org, Alaska Chaga Tea, Hero Soap Company, MartinBrodelCBD.com, and TakeChargeYourHealth.usana.com. Bye-bye now.